As a local real estate developer, you have the inside track on how to look at the same property that everyone else is looking at and find something different. This property right here, this is a fourplex that I own with a partner in Columbus, Ohio. This fourplex is apartments. However, what we can do, since this is townhomes, so they're side by side, not up and down, we can now start the process of seeing what it would take to turn these apartments into townhouses that we could individually sell to other buyers. Some of the considerations that we'll do as we dig in and we start to see the feasibility of this will be, does code allow it? Will we be allowed, based on the zoning, to be able to turn these into townhouses that we can sell? So we'll talk to the planning department and we'll start that process. This property is located in an HOA, but it's a very nominal HOA. So we'll go ahead and reach out to the HOA president and we'll see, is it possible? Is there anything in the bylaws that stops us from turning this into housing that could help be a step up for home ownership from apartments to townhomes that's more affordable than trying to buy single family houses that don't really exist in the market today in Columbus? As we go further down that line, if the zoning will allow for it, then we need to look at what's the difference structurally in this building to turn an apartment officially into a townhome. The building department is going to have different codes and requirements when it's going to be individual owners under one roof as opposed to apartments. So it's figuring out what are those and then putting a cost to that to make sure that's feasible. As we get further into it, then we'll need to talk to insurance and lenders, possibly get a construction loan or a private money loan. And ultimately though, once we know it's feasible, then we want to know what's the ARV after the fact. So if we have this property and we turn it into townhouses, we want to be able to make sure we're selling it to more than get our money back that we're putting into the construction to upgrade this building. So let's do super rough numbers. If we were to get each of these, they're 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, fully renovated, fully up to speed, maybe we can get $250,000 per townhome for that. 4 units, $1 million. If we were to sell this same building as an apartment building right now, we'd probably get around $600,000. So there's about a $400,000 gap right there, but we have to account for the architectural fees, the construction fees, any zoning fees, sales costs, and kind of take that all into consideration and see what is the most viable option for us. So more on this later. We're looking into this and a couple other multifamily buildings that we own that are in the townhouse structure to where they're side by side, not up and down, because there's more requirements when you have houses on top of each other and you go into the full condo. But yeah, stay tuned and we'll keep you posted as we go through the details.